Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for visiting my channel Rabbani Research. We will talk today on change curve. While talking to change curve, we can say that organizational change disrupts the status quo and triggers different emotional responses from employees, with internal resistance to change surfacing as a result. Change leaders are able to anticipate these responses by leveraging the change curve. It helps to understand the different stages of personal transition and provide necessary guidance and support to their employees to set them up for success. Before we go for change curve, let us understand the technology adoption life cycle. First is the innovator, then the chasm, then early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. Innovators are the people who accept the change first, and then there is a gap, and this gap remains for some time or for some people, gap in understanding, gap in adoption. Then there are early adopters, then early majority, then late majority who accept the change or technology, and then laggards. Now let's discuss 5 different stages of change curve now. The Kubler-Ross change curve in the workplace, the denial, the anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. In this model we see that first there is a shock, then the denial, then the frustration, then the depression, then experiment, then decision, and then integration. We may say, we may talk on 5 aspects of change. The stage 1 is shock or denial, as I said earlier. The first stage is shock or denial, and an individual puts forward their defense mechanism to deflect the actual occurrence of the change. There is a steep decline in employee productivity in this stage, as it's only human to cling to past processes or individual expectations, leading to disconnect the reality. Stage 2 is anger. When the reality of change sinks in, it's manifested in the form of fear or anger. Any change initiative has the potential to spiral out of control in this stage, resulting in significant change failures. The next stage is bargaining. Once an individual crosses the anger stage of the change curve, they attempt to salvage the situation by exploring the path of least objection. They try to negotiate and find a compromise. Stage 4 is depression. In the depression stage, a person loses hope entirely. There are signs of extreme sadness, regret, and demotivation. Stage 5 is acceptance. In the final stage of the change curve, individuals come to terms with change. Their inhibitions are lowered, where they accept the change and start to explore new favorable opportunities that are a result of change. Then the benefits of the change curve. Here are the benefits of the change curve, that we may apply in our practical life in the organization. The first one is industry agnostic. Agnostic is a person who is unwilling to commit to an opinion about something. The change curve is based on observations and in-depth study of the subject matter. Then ease of use. The change curve has straightforward stages and a fairly simple implementation, making it relatively easier to use. Then objective change management. The change curve focuses entirely on emotional responses to change, which empowers managers to be confident that their teams will respond to a set pattern. Then applying change curve to organizational change. This you can see first, and you see that this is the before implementation of the change curve. Shock and denial, anger, bargaining and depression, and then acceptance. And in the second graph we see that it reduces the negative consequences, personalized onboarding and training, then continuous on-demand support, and this way the situation has improved much. Then we can say that there are clear change communication should be applied for change curve in the for organizational change. When the team members are in the shock or denial stage, they need reassurance. This can only come from transparent and clear change communication. Change communication must highlight the need for change, vision, strategy, and impact on the stakeholders. Avoid roadblocks. When an individual is in a state of anger, self-destructive tendencies may surface, and during this stage, change agents must keep an eye out for the potential roadblocks that may slow down the change journey. Be an active listener and observe. Create a safe space for employees to voice their opinions. Offer contextual employee training. When there is a dip in emotional productivity as a result of team members trying out and exploring new software processes or other change, it is essential to offer personalized employee training programs to help your workforce onboard a new tool or learn a new process, helping to bridge any skill gap and build confidence. Recognize and celebrate critical milestone. A change invokes several emotions and may cause discomfort. When employees begin behavioral modification and begin to accept the change, organizations must recognize that initial drivers of change and reward them. Once you achieve a critical milestone, be sure to celebrate these wins. We are business consultants based in Pakistan. If you need to accelerate your organizational performance and transform your company to meet the upcoming business challenges for a better tomorrow, please contact us for a turnaround. You can find us at rabbaniresearch.net. Trust Rabbani for quality competence. Thank you so much.